Welcome to the Livingston Safety Induction for the project at New World Victoria Park. Traffic Management. The site setup plan is displayed in the site office. Access to site is via Franklin Road, Freeman's Bay. Speed at entry, exit and on site is limited to 5 km per hour. Site hours, Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. A spotter must be present whenever vehicles enter or exit the site, and for all deliveries. Reversing vehicles must also have a spotter. Boundaries are marked with solid hoarding and signage. Personnel must stay within these limits unless performing specific tasks. All materials must remain within the fenced area. Health and safety responsibilities. We must all follow the Health and Safety at Work Act 2015. All current NZ regulations, the NZ Building Act and Code, all WorkSafe NZ approved codes of practices and guidelines, all Livingston's policies and procedures, and any client policies and procedures. Signing in and out of site. Everyone must sign in and out on this site. Where sign on site is available, this should be used via your phone or the kiosk. This is for emergency evacuation purposes. PPE. For all work conducted outside the site premises, the following PPE is mandatory. Steel-capped footwear, high-visibility shirt, a vest, hard hat. For tasks conducted within the building and designated zones, additional task-specific PPE such as coveralls, glasses, gloves, respiratory protection, etc. is also required. Hoodies must not be worn over or under your hard hat as they can obstruct your vision. Baseball caps must not be worn under your hard hat as they compromise the hard hat integrity. Services disconnections, isolations and electrical work. We must ensure we have a qualified service person to work on the service. E.g., anything electrical needs a qualified electrician. Livingston site manager and a licensed service person is to verify services are isolated or disconnected. These are to be marked up on plans and will be put on the wall showing the service's status. E.g., service is live, isolated or disconnected, so everybody can refer to it. If anyone is unsure about any service, they are to speak with the Livingston site manager. Electrical safety on site. Inspect tools, leads and cords daily, ensuring they are within the 3-month test and tag. Do not use if damaged. All equipment must be run through an RCD to reduce the risk of electric shock. Avoid daisy chaining leads, keep them off the ground where possible, and arrange them to prevent tripping. Protect cords from sharp edges, liquids, and heat. Note: domestic power multi-boxes and plug bosses are not permitted on our sites. Ensure battery-operated tools are charged as per manufacturer's specifications. Toolbox meetings. Every week there will be a toolbox meeting held on site. Everyone must attend. Please bring up any concerns or initiatives you may have. Each contractor must bring their current task analysis signed. Task analysis. A TA must be completed before any work starts. All team members must review and sign the TA. TARs must be updated weekly. If task or site conditions change, the TA must be revised and re-signed as a TA is a living document. Hierarchy of controls. When looking at risks and hazards, we need to put controls in place. When we are doing that, we need to make sure we are following the hierarchy of controls. We need to make sure that we are eliminating the hazard or risk first, before putting in minimization methods. Risk assessments must be completed after identifying any hazards, and appropriate controls must be put in place. Each risk in the task analysis must show how the risk has been reduced. Permit to work. Contractors must comply with any permit to work, PTW, requirements for the site. These include hot works, working at height, lift permit. All contractors must adequately supervise, in person, any works being carried out under a PTW system. General site rules. Before starting work, all workers must provide a training and competency register to the Livingston site manager. You must be trained and competent for the tasks you are performing. A current site safe passport is required for site entry. On-site behaviour. Reverse parking is preferred. No personal music devices allowed on site. No alcohol, drugs, or smoking on site. Unsafe, violent, or illegal behavior will not be tolerated. You may be removed from site. Drug and alcohol testing. Testing may occur at any time, random, post-incident, or reasonable cause. Failed tests equals removal from site and possible disciplinary steps. We take safety seriously. No exceptions for unsafe acts or behavior under the influence. Emergency evacuation. In the case of an emergency requiring evacuation of the site, the following alarm will sound. 3 blasts on an air horn. A verbal warning and sign on site notification. If an emergency occurs, shut down all plant, machinery and equipment. All personnel on the site are to proceed immediately and calmly by the safest route to the assembly point. The assembly point is located at the Franklin Road access. Please remain there, so everyone can be accounted for. Do not return onto site until the emergency services or site management have given the all clear. In an emergency, call 111 for immediate assistance. Medical facilities. For medical attention, you can visit the Auckland City Hospital located at 2 Park Road, Auckland. The nearest AED, defibrillator, is located at Auckland City Police Hub on public counter. For immediate use in cardiac emergencies, the site manager must be notified of any events occurring on our sites. Your well-being and safety are our top priorities. Hazards and risks. Scaffolding. Only certified scaffolders may erect fixed scaffolding over 5 meters. Do not alter, move, or remove any part of a scaffold unless you're certified. If changes are needed, speak with the LBL site manager. Working at heights. A task analysis must be completed for all height-related work. A permit is required for harness use or working in a man cage. Only trained and competent personnel may carry out these tasks. A rescue plan must be in place and understood by the team before work begins. Elevated work platforms, EWP. Operators must be trained, competent, and hold a valid 6 monthly certification. Pre-start checks must be completed and recorded in the logbook. Exclusion zones must be established around the EWP area. Craneage. Requires a lift plan and lift permit. Only certified personnel may operate lifting equipment. Pre-start checks and clearly marked exclusion zones are mandatory. Fire-damaged structure. This building has compromised structural integrity. Do not enter unless specifically authorized by site management. Hazards and risks. Biological hazards. This site contains biological hazards. Do not consume or remove anything from a supermarket area. Task-specific PPE must be worn where required. Exposure may cause serious illness. Media blackout. No one is authorized to speak to the media. Refer all media inquiries to site management. Do not make comments under any circumstance. Public access. No public access is permitted. All persons must sign in at the gate with the gateman. Night or lone work. No night works or lone working are allowed on this site. Incident reporting and investigations. All events, injuries, near misses, hazards, and unsafe acts must be reported to the Livingston Site Management. All events are to be investigated and corrective actions implemented to minimize reoccurrence. First aid kits are available in the site office and in all Livingston vehicles. In an emergency, call 111. Creating a safe and inclusive workplace. At Livingston's, we prioritize an inclusive workplace culture that enriches our organization through diversity. Bullying and harassment can harm both employee well-being and our company's reputation. All employees share the responsibility of maintaining a safe and inclusive workplace. Reporting and supporting those affected by bullying, harassment, or discrimination is crucial. We have a zero-tolerance policy for any form of bullying, harassment, or exclusion, aligning with our commitment to a respectful and equitable environment for all employees. We expect everyone to respect each other and speak professionally to and about our people. Any such incidents may result in disciplinary action or site removal. Environmental and waste management. Divert greater than 70% of waste from landfill. Nothing from the supermarket can be removed from site and consumed. Use the recycling bins provided on site. Clean up regularly. Turn off tools and disconnect power supply when not using. Wash tools and equipment in designated wash bay. Maintain tools and machinery. Maintain sediment and environmental controls. Any spills, tell the Livingston site manager immediately. Are you okay? Or do you need some help? If you need someone to speak to, you're feeling down, anxious or overwhelmed, or you know someone who needs someone to speak to, please call the following and it's free of charge and they will help you. It's Mates in Construction 0800 111 315. Please use this service if you need it or speak to our site or project manager.